Hey guys, welcome to the channel. This is part 2 of the video of me trying to find out what the issue is with my four-wheeler, a Yamaha Blaster. It won't rev up, it won't idle, it's popping, making a sound that just doesn't make sense. Basically, it's already been rebuilt. I put a Vito's top end and yeah, so in this part 2 of this video, I want to show you how I fix this and get it to work. Alright, stay tuned. So before I start changing out the carburetor, I'm going to change out the stator and flywheel because I believe I'm having a weak spark. So for us to test that out, I'll show you the spark and then we'll compare it if it changes. Okay. So now I changed the flywheel and I just wanted to test it out before I change anything else. And I believe I'm getting the same thing. A really weak spark. So let's try something else. We'll try the stator now. So now we'll just change out the CDI box, the brain box some people refer to. Basically it's in the front under this cover. So just remove it. Then there's 5 wires that are connected. And then you just connect them back the same way you disconnected them. They're color coded, which should be easy to put back together. Changing out the CDI did not work. Still was a weak spark. So what we got left to do is change out this coil pack. Change out that coil pack. Says Racing, probably some kind of Chinese brand on it. And then we'll change out the stator. So now we got better spark. Check it out. So I replaced the stator and the computer box, which played a big role. Also, I cut off a few tips, like a quarter off this side of this wire and a quarter off this side that goes to a spark plug, which seems like it done a lot better. And yeah, now I'm gonna try to put it all back together and we'll see if it'll start. Well guys, here's what I was talking about. It's still doing the same thing. It's doing the popping and stuff. So nothing has improved. Cold choke. Well, there it is. Continue trying to figure it out. Alright guys, check it out. I took off the stock reeds with carbon fiber pedals or flaps, whatever you call these things. And I didn't put these on. They were like this when I bought this quad, So when you look at this right at this angle, you can see that it's raised from here all the way down to here. So it's curled up this way. It's kind of like bowed, if you can tell, right there. And this one's really bowed out. So what I'm thinking about is just flipping them around and seeing if that will do anything better. Maybe it's not closing, these little valves, or as they refer to as reeds. So we'll give them a try. Or I have a complete stock set that I can try out. But let's go ahead and try swapping these out. As further into my investigation and examination of this reeds and the reeds cage, basically what I have found is, if you really look closely, these corners do not close. So what I could do is I can slot these holes in the reeds, these flaps, and slide them out. Also on this side you can tell that those corners don't really seal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a different reeds cage that I got. So basically I'm going to run these. I'm going to give it a try, see how it works. Hey guys, further into my investigation, I've decided that I am going to do a compression test. So I went ahead and bought me a compression tester at AutoZone. It was about close to $50. So I heard the one I have at home doesn't have this little valve thing like a tire valve has, and supposedly it's better to have one. So I'm going to try it out with this one and see what it shows on the compression test on here, because the last time I did it, I believe it was about 110. So we're gonna go ahead and check it out and see what it does. So guys, there you go. I got about 110 on the dial. Which I believe it should be a little higher. So I already changed out the carburetor. Changed out the flywheel from lightened flywheel to a stock flywheel. This is the stock flywheel, and there's the lightened flywheel. Then I also changed the stator. Still not getting a good run. Alright, we'll leave it how it is. See if there's any leaks in the top end. So we'll give it about 15 minutes. Hey guys, I apologize. In the previous video I said it was 110 psi, but it was actually 100 psi. So there you go. It's been 25 minutes later and it has dropped 5 psi in 25 minutes, which is not too bad. So we're not sure what exactly the problem is. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna adjust the needle one more time, because when I took out the spark plug, I noticed that it was like really wet, and it like this much of oil and stuff came out. So we'll just take a look again, see what's going on.